It was my 1989 Ford Bronco XLT, 5.8 liter. It has a upgraded AOD transmission. It's four-wheel drive. Drives great, sounds great, rides great, feels great, is great. And doing a quick walk around. But in 2007, 2008, I did a frame off of this vehicle and replaced virtually, I would say, 80% of all the sheet metal on this truck. And the only thing that I basically didn't replace were the two front fenders, which have since been replaced with NOS pieces because I could find them. Now, I just replaced the grill. That was done. I got tired of the billet grill that was on it. And, you know, as far as the frame off is concerned, I replaced the doors and the rear quarter panel wheelhouse assemblies, both left and right. And that means that basically I had to support the roof while those were replaced because there was nothing supporting the roof. There was no B pillar in this truck at all. I did each side one at a time and replaced the tailgate. And you know that the quarter panel wheelhouse assemblies were put on right because the tailgate is gapped properly. There's not a whole lot of wiggle room on those. There's a nice pocket that he put in there. Last year, I repainted the truck with PPG paint. I Raptor lined the cap, the rear cap. It already had the CRL sliders on it. I put those in 2008. It also has a CRL sunroof in it. If I can get up there or not. My shoulders don't like that. Okay. A lot of the stainless trim on the outside was replaced. For shit's sake. And including these emblems I had brand new NOS stored away in a box, and I didn't put them on after I did the restoration. About the only thing wrong is I had a fender bender, had a girl run into me, and she bent up. This was a brand new NOS bumper. She bent that. So as far as the rest of it is concerned, I think it's a really good looking truck. It could stand to have a cut and a buff. I had to clear coat it myself, and I wasn't prepared to do that, but circumstances changed. A lot of the stuff I replaced, and we'll look at the engine here. Okay, we're gonna have a quick look at the engine. Not necessarily real quick, but it was rebuilt in 2007, reinstalled in 2008. 351, 30 over. It was the original block out of this car. And good, he's back. Heads, long block was rebuilt by a professional machine shop. It has a Voodoo camshaft in it for a mass air conversion. And this has a mass air conversion on it. So it's upgraded with that. That alone was almost $1,000 to have that done. The other components and stuff were basically cleaned up and rebuilt, restored, or replaced where necessary. It's a good running truck. It's smooth, quiet. You'll see a lot of the parts have, I don't know if you can see that or not. There's a Ford sticker on a lot of this stuff because it's the stickers that they put on. And when I bought it, NOS off the shelf, I just left the stickers on for the most part. That's got a K&N air filter in it. Brakes work great. Never had a lick of problems with them. The steering box I replaced a long time ago with a good one. I mean, any problem with it. To my knowledge, there are no problems with it. Runs great. Because a shot of the inside. I replaced a lot of these pieces in 2007. These doors are notorious for the Christmas tree mounts breaking off the back of the panel, and I sought out new ones where I could find them. This one was brand new, and it was at the time when I bought it red, so it's been painted, stained, whatever you want to call it, to match the rest of the interior. The other interior pieces were this chestnut brown and replaced or repaired or repainted to freshen it up. I replaced the seats with 1999 Ford Explorer. This is a 6-way power seat. I don't think the lumbars work. Never had any good luck getting the upholsterers to put those back. It has cruise control, power steering. It's a power windows and door locks. Let me take this off. This is the steering wheel wrap that's been on it pretty much a big part of its life. This is a leather wrapped NOS steering wheel. Paid $350 just for that, just to get that. The horn button and pad and the cruise control buttons were all new when I did the refresh. Steering column, I replaced all the pieces in it, all the wear pieces. It's doesn't have the wiggle in it. All the gauges have been replaced, and that's the reason why it reads 32,392, because it was a zeroed out replacement speedometer. I don't think there's been another Bronco that deserved to have a zero speedometer put in it ever. Like this one. This one deserved it. If you look at all the needles, they're all that kind of yellowy orange, and they're all new. The stereo is no good. It was just a cheap stereo. Well, it wasn't real cheap, but it's run its course. It's got new speakers front and rear, but the stereo itself is not good. This was a brand new center console, and it's been refurbished. I used the original lid because it was actually brown, and that's kind of a wear item for paint. These seats, while they don't have the armrests, are very comfortable. They're very adjustable, and they were reupholstered to match the original Ford upholstery. You can see the back seat. Just looking through the slider windows, which are really great. And you can see the sport bar in there. I've replaced all the carpet because I'm tough on carpet. I'm not fussy about when I get in and my shoes are dirty. Usually I have floor mats down, but I haven't replaced those yet. So all this is brand new carpet. So it's really nice inside. It's a really good looking truck. Inside of the cab has been painted, as you can see. One of these panels, I think, was repainted because I put cargo in it, so things bounce around. Wear happens. You can't pretend it isn't. This is not a truck that's been sitting in a garage somewhere. It's been used. It's been loved. And let's see. Let me go back here. I didn't mention on the outside. These are brand new Michelin's 31 by 15s. And I've only had those on there for a little while. I probably have 100 miles on them. I spent the extra money. I thought I was going to keep the truck for a while, and decided, I can't keep up with all these vehicles. Tailgate window goes down nice. There's something you're never going to see on another one. That cargo light is an NOS piece. It took years to find that. You won't find another one. Most of the ones you're going to see are faded and nasty looking, and you're going to be living with it. Okay. Again, carpet was replaced back here. There's indicia of this having had wear on it, because it has. I've used this truck. I've loved this truck. After, it's a 34-year-old truck, and I've had it, 23 of it. So it's because it's gotten used. And what I'd like to do, if I can get this, I'd like to put it all in one clip. Is to drive this over and get it up on the lift and let you look underneath it. I can do, and may just go ahead and do, the wheel wells now. Yeah, I think I'll do that. You can look under here. It was undercoated. The frame was repainted, and I've touched that up because it's been 15 years since this truck was done. And I just, there stuff gets on your paint and makes it dirty looking. There's no way to keep it clean. You'll notice that there's stainless steel brake lines. This is the passenger side, right side. Now these are just plastic liners, but you can see the frame. I just recently replaced the shocks and the sway bar bushings. Let's walk over here. See the new shocks. Yeah, the springs. I didn't paint the springs. I did the recall on the radius arm mount. The previous owner, one of the previous owners, is the only thing I'll blame on him. They did the recall, but they did the wrong side. Apparently, they didn't know the difference between right and left, at least when it comes to a car. And then one last. Okay, and this is obviously the driver's side. Well, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop this, and I'm going to go up, and I'm going to put it up on the lift and finish this. Okay. I'm going to start this early as it goes up because I don't know how long that'll stay paused. I don't think it's a long time. And I'd like to keep this all as one download. Keep going. Take it up as high as I can get it. You can see where the bumper was bent. I tried straightening it out because I could not find an NOS piece. I looked for about 5 years, and maybe they're out there. I can't find one. It was an on and off thing. I didn't check every day, but you can see where the frame was painted when I did the frame off. Painted all that. Sorry about the noise. You're getting there. Again, I don't know how long this thing will stay paused. That might. We're almost there. Okay, I think that'll do it. Okay. As you can see, steering is replaced. Steering parts have been replaced. I did new steering, new brakes when I did the frame off, and the brakes. The back brakes I redid. It's got JBA shorty headers on it. They're like $600, so they're in nice shape. They haven't been done too long. I think I replaced them about 2 years ago. The original ones that I had on here worked really well, but because of age, it started to rot. You see, it's dry under here. I don't think what that is. I'll have to look at that. That might be, there's a sending unit for this AOD. It might be leaking, but and obviously the engine's dry. You can see the underside where the undercoating is. It looks good under here. It's going to last. Here's the thing about, you go buy one that comes from Arizona. Yeah, it might not have any rust on it, but you bring it back here and you don't prep it, you're going to lose it. I just talked to a guy from California who was looking at this, and I had some cars on display. And he said, yeah, I've got an 85. He said, I brought it back from California. It was beautiful shape. And he says, this brine is just eating it. I said, yep, that's what it does. So there's a pretty good view underneath here. It's got a Bassani stainless steel exhaust. It's been on there a while. I think it's been on there for 15 years. So that shows a little bit of wear. The rear end gears were replaced in both front and rear. This one has a True Track on it. Again, shocks are new. Bushings are new. It's not a factory rolled out vehicle. It is what it is. It's been used and loved. And I repainted the skid pan for the gas tank. The gas tank's got a little bit of rust on it. Again, if you don't paint everything, every little nut and bolt, it'll rust here. And I can't say anything about the previous owners because I don't know how they took care of these things, and it really doesn't matter because this has been this baby's on me now. Again, I repainted the backside of the bumper and undercoated it so that the rocks would not do damage to it. You can see that. You can get a flavor for it. To my knowledge, there's no structural rust, nothing to worry about. If that bothers you, I don't know what to tell you. But I've liked this vehicle. I've loved this vehicle, and I've driven it, and it's been a great vehicle. You see, there's nothing on the tailgate, no rust on the tailgate. Might be chipped up from use a little bit here and there, but for the most part. And there's the bumper, little rubber pieces on the bumper, not rubber. They're some sort of plastic. Those have been bumped into, so it's not perfect, but you're going to pay $80,000 or $90,000 for one if it looks like it just came out of the factory. Another look at the wheel wells. This is how the Smittybilt bars mount. They're pretty solid. They've protected the vehicle from careless door ding people. Again, you can see the stainless steel lines all around it. This is the obviously the passenger side, and I think it was the passenger side that the radius arm was recalled by Ford long ago, and they did the driver's side and left this one alone. So I went ahead and fixed it, realizing that that's what had happened to it, realizing that was their mistake. So quick look under there. I'm getting sun blind. I can't see what I'm doing. So if you have any questions, give me a call, message me. Again, brand new tires. I'm trying to think if there's anything I've left out. It's been a great truck. It just that my health and my age won't let me keep all these vehicles anymore. I need to downsize. I need to simplify my life. And I've got a few things coming up that I need to address. And it would be a lot easier in my life if I don't have all these vehicles. Any questions? Give me a call. Hey, thanks for looking.